plane had just reached cruising altitude when a sudden commotion broke out near the front cabin. Passengers glanced around in confusion, whispers turning into murmurs of alarm. Then it became clear. The CEO, a woman known for her commanding presence in boardrooms and headlines alike, had collapsed. Among the chaos, a single dad named Michael, a man in his mid-30s with gentle eyes and a calm demeanor, sprang into action. He had no medical training beyond basic first aid, but something inside him urged him forward. Cradling her head and checking her pulse, he reassured the panicked flight attendants. Michael was on this flight with his 10-year-old daughter, Emma, returning from a small family vacation. Emma watched her father intently, pride and awe in her young eyes. To her, he had always been her quiet hero. But now she saw him embody compassion on a scale she had never imagined. The flight attendants guided them to the emergency kit, and Michael followed the instructions, staying calm as the CEO slowly regained consciousness. She looked at him with eyes wide with gratitude, clearly startled to see a stranger's selfless care in a moment when her own power meant nothing. What's your name? She asked, voice shaky. Michael. This is Emma, he said, smiling reassuringly at his daughter. Little did Michael know, this small act of kindness would ripple far beyond the plane. A week later, the CEO, touched by his sincerity and humility, reached out not for business, not for publicity, but because she saw something rare, the kind of human heart that can truly inspire others. She offered a unique opportunity, an invitation for Emma to join a mentorship program she had created, designed to nurture young minds with potential, teaching them leadership rooted in empathy. Emma, shy yet curious, accepted. What started as a flight-side rescue turned into a chance for her to grow in ways neither of them had imagined. Michael watched his daughter's confidence bloom, seeing the impact of his simple act reflected in her smiles, her courage, and her expanding world. The CEO became more than a figure of power. She became a symbol of what happens when one person's compassion meets another's openness to change. As they sat on the porch one evening, Emma hugged her father tightly. Dad, I want to be like you, she whispered. I want to help people the way you did. Michael smiled, a quiet satisfaction warming his chest. You already are, he said. And in that moment, the plane incident, the unexpected meeting, and the small act of kindness all seemed part of a larger story, one where humanity, selflessness, and love could change lives in ways that neither money nor fame ever could. The world didn't need more headlines about CEOs. It needed more stories like this, of ordinary people showing extraordinary hearts. And for Michael and Emma, the story was just beginning. The plane hummed softly as it cut through the clouds, the earlier tension fading but leaving a quiet ripple of reflection among the passengers. Michael settled back into his seat, Emma leaning against his shoulder, her small hand holding his tightly. I never thought I'd see something like that up close, Emma whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. Michael nodded, still feeling the adrenaline slowly drain from his veins. Sometimes, doing the right thing doesn't come with a warning. You just act, because it's what you know is human. Across the aisle, a flight attendant gave them a knowing smile. You handled that well, she said. Most people freeze in situations like that. Michael shrugged modestly. I was just trying to help. Emma's mind, however, was already spinning with possibilities. That moment on the plane had lit a spark in her curiosity, a determination to see the world differently. She imagined herself making a difference, helping people, just like her dad. A few days later, an unexpected email arrived. The CEO had reached out personally, thanking Michael again for his quick thinking. But more importantly, she offered Emma a chance to attend her mentorship program for young leaders. Michael read the message aloud to Emma, watching her eyes fill with excitement. Asterisk, Dad. This is incredible, she exclaimed. I could really learn so much from her. Asterisk, Michael smiled, pride swelling in his chest. Remember, it's not just about learning from others. It's about taking what you learn and using it to help people. Just like we did on the plane. Asterisk, as Emma prepared for her first mentorship session, Michael realized that the plane incident wasn't just an emergency, it was a turning point. It had shown him the power of compassion, the way a single act could ripple through lives, touching hearts and opening doors in ways no one could predict. Asterisk, and in the quiet moments that followed, as father and daughter sat planning the new adventure ahead, Michael felt a deep, unshakable truth settle in his heart. Sometimes, helping someone in need doesn't just change their life, it transforms your own and the lives of those you love most. Asterisk, from that day on, Emma carried the lesson with her, that kindness was more than a gesture, was a bridge, a light, and a path toward something greater. And Michael, watching his daughter grow into that understanding, knew that the world could be changed, one small act of humanity at a time. Asterisk.